Hello everyone, Other Helmet Guy here, and today we're talking about the Star Fox game that came out on Switch 2. But before we get into it, if you're enjoying the content, drop a like, follow, and subscribe. Alright, let's get into it. Look, visually, this game is gorgeous. Full voice acting, orchestral score, the whole cinematic package, and critics agree, some called it one of the best looking Nintendo games ever. But strip away the shine, and what do you actually have? The exact same levels, same stage layouts, same missions from Star Fox 64, the game that came out in 1997. Yes, they added some new cutscenes and a few extras for variety, but at its core it's still Star Fox 64. This isn't a reinvention, it's a coat of paint, and that coat of paint comes at a cost. Quick spoiler warning: if you haven't beaten the true ending of Star Fox 64, skip ahead a few seconds if you want to avoid it. Star Fox 64 had this genuinely unsettling true ending, Andross's true form. This grotesque brain and eyeballs revealed that stuck with anyone who played it as a kid. It could go from goofy one-liners to legitimately creepy in seconds, and that contrast, along with the sharp humor and lively radio chatter between characters, is what actually pulled you into the world. This version plays it safer, more restrained, more polished, and in trying to sound cinematic, the voice acting loses some of that spark. It doesn't feel as lived in. A little flatter, a little more generic. So here's my issue. Nintendo took Star Fox 64, a game with real personality, humor, and a few genuinely disturbing moments that worked because of the contrast, and smoothed some of that over in favor of presentation. Great graphics don't replace what made the original click in the first place. So, thinking back to an earlier video I did on the trailer, I said I liked the idea of this Pixar meets realism art style. And here's where I think I was wrong. Sure, if they used that concept for Star Fox 64 specifically, my criticism on the design might be lighter. But that's not really the issue. The issue is this has been done too many times already. If they wanted to go this route, it should have been for a different part of the series, a sequel, something new, not another lap around Star Fox 64. And here's what's interesting. I've seen a lot of people online saying they're warming up to this new look, this modern, animalistic, realistic take on the characters. Getting used to it, starting to like it, even though their initial opinions were lower. Same thing with the voice acting. People are saying, it's not that bad, after sitting with it for a while. But that's the part that gets me. Because that's basically saying change for the sake of change is automatically good, as long as it looks hyped and new enough. People get so caught up in the visuals, the presentation, the spectacle, that it overshadows actual critique. The design issues don't go away because you got used to them. The voice acting isn't good just because you stopped noticing it wasn't great. That's not the visuals winning people over. That's hype quietly lowering the bar. Now here's the thing that gets me. Nintendo already reimagined this game once. Star Fox Zero on the Wii U: new mechanics, new vehicle sections, a different control scheme. But the real issue with that game wasn't the visuals or character designs, those were fine. The real issue was the controls. That dual-screen aiming made the game nearly unplayable at times. It dragged down what was otherwise a solid game, and even the story was basically a retelling of Star Fox 64, so that part isn't even new ground. So why not do what they did with Kirby Air Riders? Take that GameCube game and bring it to Switch 2, sharpened up and expanded in every way? Same idea here. Port Zero to Switch 2, sharpen the visuals, fix the controls, but don't stop there. Add more cutscenes, more branching paths, ship customization. There was so much potential to actually build this thing out in every direction. And the character designs were fine as they were. If they touch them up, fine, just don't push them into this ultra-realistic direction. It's a shame Nintendo didn't see that potential, because that would have been the real improvement. Instead, we got another full remake of Star Fox 64. Now, for Star Fox, it honestly feels like an easy option at this point. They keep going back to it for a remake or remaster, over and over, when there are other franchises that need it so much more. There's a handful of games that genuinely deserve one way more than Star Fox has, and barely get any spotlight for it. Wario World is a big one for me. It's rare to even get a mainline Wario platformer these days, period. So a remake or remaster that expands on it and improves it in every area feels like a no-brainer. Then there's F-Zero GX. This franchise has been sitting dormant on consoles for basically 2 decades, aside from F-Zero 99. There have been rumors floating around for a while about a remaster, but nothing's actually been confirmed. Given how rare it is to get anything in this series, and how much demand there clearly still is, it's honestly baffling this hasn't happened yet. Kid Icarus Uprising is another one. That 3DS game had a lot going for it, but the controls were genuinely one of the most awkward control schemes I've ever dealt with. Nintendo had to include a plastic stand in the box just to make it playable. But if they gave it the same treatment they're giving Ocarina of Time on Switch 2, building it from the ground up, fixing those issues in every way, and adding a lot more features, it would be great to launch this. And if it does well, it could potentially create its own franchise, which this game desperately needs. And then Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. This game is notoriously hard to find. Used copies have gone for anywhere from $150 to over $300. It just got added to Nintendo Switch Online's GameCube library, so it's more accessible now, but that's not the same as an actual remake or remaster. It deserves one, and honestly, so does its sequel, Radiant Dawn. Fans have wanted a proper HD version of both of these for years. Just combine all that. Actually, you know what? Since the new Star Fox look is working out so well, and the game's doing great, it seems like realistic visuals and character design just works after all. So maybe it's time we give the original Sonic movie design another shot. Just bring it back, full realistic, animalistic Sonic. Sure, people hated it the first time, but that's not a problem, that's an opportunity. Give it a few months. Let people sit with it, complain about it, meme it into the ground. And then, right on schedule, everyone starts saying, okay, it's actually kind of growing on me. That's the pattern, right? And hey, if the voice acting's a little flat too? Doesn't matter. By that point you've stopped listening anyway. Genuinely, at this point, why bother fixing anything before launch? Just release it rough, let the discomfort simmer, and wait for everyone to talk themselves into it being fine. Well, these are my thoughts on the Star Fox game, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And once again, thanks for watching.